Hello and welcome everyone back to our Victoria 2 campaign as Großdeutschland or Germany. When we at last left off, our naval force limit is slowly increasing as we prepare for the scramble of Africa. The Reich is going to build new ports all over its empire and is training up its naval force limit. In between episodes also, I've worked on the forts and the railways. In the meantime, before we continue, the Nationalist Party is going back into power, and instead of just reopening the factories, the Reich is going to take a step in and make sure that these provinces have a future, and is going to build factories, state-owned factories in these regions out of its own pocket. That includes in Bayern, where we will build a glass factory, and we shall reopen current factories and subsidize them as well. Now moving on, the conquest of Ethiopia continues. Denmark has gone bankrupt, most unfortunate. The full occupation of Ethiopia continues. Looks like another crisis is going to unfold, and this time the Germans are not there to maintain the balance of power. It's once against the Dutch against the Russians. And this time without the German bulwark to hold the Russians at bay. Who knows how this crisis will turn out. Another 20 days to our justification with Sweden will be complete. Well, not anymore. Excellent. Our army keeps on marching. More research is completed. How is unemployment? We have unemployed craftsmen where? In Pommern. Let's remove focus then. Although admittedly this is a good type of unemployment because, well, that means all our factories are fully stocked. Let's instead promote craftsmen in Magdeburg. Our war justification just finished, so let's start justifying on Abu Dhabi. Establish a protectorate there. New armies are building up. We are very close to the infamy cap. We've got to watch out now. When does our justification in Sweden expire? January 1869. Hopefully, this might seem a little mean, but the crisis will boil over so that Russia's forces will be stretched out so we can declare war on Sweden rather easily. In the meantime, the occupation of Ethiopia continues. Ever so slowly. Mission to Abu Dhabi. Looks like our new army is ready. Meantime, our army over here could use more infantry. We've got to keep occupying. A bit of militancy can't hurt. Railroad. Okay, long live Germany. (65) crisis temperature. Let's look at the crisis for a moment. It's the Belgians, the French, and the Russians. The Belgians, of all people, against the British and the Dutch. This is going to be an ugly war. And well, Germany is going to sit idly by and watch, well, Europe collapse in on itself and laugh. The weaker our opponents, the stronger we will be, relatively speaking. We're almost done for occupying Ethiopia. Looks like it is a crisis war. Russian aggression for East Macedonia. Well, the time has come. Germany is in optimal position to make full use of this. When the timing is right, we will exploit the situation and move into undefended Russian lands. The Russians are slowly moving their troops off to the north. We'll allow the British. We shall annex Ethiopia. And while that happens, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, yes, we can colonize new areas. Amhara and Oromia actually. And well, let's actually cancel this infantry. And instead, let's move our troops over to Sohar, along the coast hopefully. What do these guys need? They need 2 more infantry, which we will quickly build up. So those look like the 3 regions that we've just conquered. No railway is built because it is very mountainous. And so be it. Well, it does look like our dear Russian friends are a bit occupied. Yes, Krakow, we shall accept. Shall let our war exhaustion die down a little. No access through to the Russians. I think now is the best time. Wait for a moment. Who can we add to our sphere? Alright, I've also started increasing opinion with Spain. Let's add Argentina to our sphere. Put them on low priority. Let's declare war on Sweden. We probably want to link our regions together, so let's go for Ostlandet. Let's begin. Move on to Stockholm. Move in. Advance, advance, advance. Only the Russians to protect them. And judging by the absolute mismatch in force right now, I believe we're gonna have a splendid time. We can move these two troops north. Long live Germany. Our navy will go on and kill the Swedish navy and the Russian navy as well. Let's slow things down for a little bit. Our armies are just steamrolling through opposition right now. Let's go and take care of the Russian army so that our allies don't lose the war. However, our ultimate goal is for ourselves and ourselves only. So the very second we can peace out, we will. Medal of Christiana. Let's move these guys to Norrköping. Move this guy to Karlstad. Be sure outfit an expedition. Let's really start steamrolling the Russians in the south. Indirectly, we're still enforcing the balance of power. Colombia is no longer within our sphere. How dare they? Well, let's find it. South America. Colombia. Spain to low priority again. Argentina to no priority. I think it's time for us to ban the Dutch again. Wait, if it's other national investors, I'm pretty sure we can just build some railways in Colombia. Which should help us along greatly. Abu Dhabi fears our might. Well, let's just declare war on them. We'll march into their capital to avoid taking attrition. So let's begin researching some army tech. I'm sure it'll prove useful in the long run. Vasteras horrible. I mean, even the French have better force than us, and that's when, you know, we need to buck it up. We're throwing the Russians back. Let's add Colombia to our sphere. Other nationalist investors in Spain again. These are German armies to help out the other German army. Let's build railways all over Spain. Help them build it up. While also boosting our diplomatic score. Colombia again. Hopefully that will help. kind of overextended in terms of attention span right now. Too many wars to fight, the frontage is too big. I'm sure the Swedes will want out soon enough. Battle of Ruse. I'm gonna take down more Russian armies. Okay, sure, Argentina. Although if it's for a war that it's not in our best interest, we will just ignore it. We've almost full occupied Sweden, who hopefully will just surrender soon enough. Our troops here go occupy more of Abu Dhabi. Let's slaughter more Russians. Which is like a hobby for our army at this point. Most of the poorly equipped Russians don't stand a chance. Oh dear, oh dear. I kind of feel bad for them after a while. Being sent to their deaths against the German machine. But they broke the balance of power in Europe, and this is their punishment. Actually, why not this guy just go north and this guy's head back south? We'll crush a few more Russian stacks before thinking about peace. We have acquired peace now, which is fantastic. We finally linked up our Norwegian possessions. These guys hit Königsberg, Breslau, and this army is still conquering in Europe. This army can head on to Nancy. Down to Cleves. Just bring our boys back home. We're still at war. Barely. But other than that, we're just going to enter a period of peace. We are lacking one unit of cav now. Hungarian Hussars. Let's see, this unit needs to head on to, well, over here. This unit needs to head on to Italy. This unit needs to head on to about Cleves. This army, yep, all heading south. This army can just go to Karlskrona. We're gonna improve relationship with the United Kingdom. Looks like we just won an occupation here. Now it's all this is Bahrain. It shouldn't take too much longer either. Looks like we can build single unit of clipper transport, which is always nice. Like to expand more naval bases. And let's dig deeply and greedily. Let's create more protectorates. And so we've done a bit more colonization. Come on, occupy Bahrain before the end of the year, please. We've annexed Abu Dhabi. Let's go to Baida. What are these guys lacking? They are lacking an infantry and a hussar. Of which you can just recruit of the Ethiopians who have just subjugated. Naval bases are building everywhere. And now it's a period of peace. Let's look at around in our troops and see who needs restructuring. These guys need a new cavalry unit. So we'll give them some Swedish hussars. This army needs a complete overhaul. Oh my. This army as well. Any other army in need of an overhaul? Well, these guys can just go to Oplin. Grab some hussars from them. Or actually, head on to Königsberg. We'll pull these guys south to Katowice. Let's recruit some Polish hussars. In the meantime, we'll use this as a building block. We'll recruit 3 more infantry for this badly battered army. We'll rebuild it completely at a later date. These guys will receive some French volunteers. Eaten by cannibals, oh dear. Long live Germany. They need 3 infantry. An artillery and an engineer, just nice. How is the diplomacy going? Well, I'm prepared to ban the embassy of the British here. How are the British so active when they're already embroiled in a war? Meantime, no new German miners seem to have volunteered to join the Reich. Very unfortunate. How's the crisis war going? Very badly for the Russians, but it looks. Let's organize a crackdown. It doesn't look like our new naval bases will be done in time, most unfortunately. Troops are building back up. Oh well, our industry score is slowly approaching 500. And I think this is a good time as any to end the episode here. So what shall we research next? Well, this isn't exactly important. Well, I guess the next most relevant one would probably be the steam turbine. But anyways, we'll end this episode here. Hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. So what we did was, well, it's not 1870 yet, the colonization race has not started, but we've annexed another portion of Sweden off. We've annexed Ethiopia and colonized new portions. And we've also annexed Abu Dhabi. So I'll see you guys next time, where hopefully our infamy dies down a little bit and we'll be ready to expand further, especially with the scramble of Africa on the horizon. So I'll see you guys next time. Like if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and put anything you want to say in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care.